There's some of you out there thinking, should I join A2 or should I just become a broker? Well, let's do the math and see which might make more sense to you. Just our legal disclaimer that should be applicable to all A2 materials is understand we're going to use commission rates based on a 50% loss ratio state, and commissions may vary depending upon the product, the age of the insured, the state you're writing the policy in, or the state the insured lives in. This is only an illustration, shouldn't be used for anything but that. It's not a representation of what A2 members make. Rather, it's an example of what could occur inside of our compensation structure. By continuing to view this presentation, you're stating that you do agree with all of the above points. If you don't agree, just please stop listening to this video and delete it if it's on your computer. Otherwise, let's go on. In the presentation you looked at up front, when you looked at A2, we talked about the fact that if you're a broker and you could earn 50 and 6% commission on production, if you write a $1,000 policy, you're going to get $500 first year commission and $60 of renewals. Now in A2, you're not going to get that. You're only going to get 30 and 4, so that would be $340 of renewals. But if you go out there and refer 2 agents to A2 and they both go out and write a policy, you get a 10 and 2 override on them. So if they go out and write a $1,000 policy for each of them, that's going to be $200 first year overrides to you with $40 renewals, for a total of $500 first year, equal to what your broker's contract would be, but you're going to be up in the renewals by about 20 bucks. So what we showed you there is if you just refer 2 agents, you can pretty much match what you've done as a broker as long as they're writing the same amount of production. Well, let's go farther than that and look and see what can happen. In this thing, I'm basing this on a 50% loss ratio state. I'm going to state it by months over on the left side, but understand that time frame is kind of irrelevant. If each one of those months take 2 months, it's not relevant to the numbers. And I say in the first month, you go out there and you write a $1,000 policy. Now, as a A2 member, over here on the left, you can see you're going to be at the recruiter level. You'd make $1,000 premium, would give you $300 commission. If you're a broker, you'd make that $500. So right now, the broker's coming out ahead by $200. But let's look at the second month. If you go out now and refer those 2 agents and they both write the premium, now you'll notice again you get your $300 over there, but now you get that $200 override we were talking about in the last slide. So you've broken even with your income. If you would have been a broker versus A2, our difference is 0, but you're still $200 ahead from being a broker. Let's go to the third month and say that now your 2 guys that you recruited, or girls, whatever, have went out there and they've each recruited 2. And they've all written a policy. So now in the third month, you write a $1,000 policy that you make your $300 on. Your 2 people right below you both wrote $1,000, so you're going to make a $200 override. But now their recruits have gone out and written some policies, and now you made $80 override on those. If you compare that against your $500 as a broker, now you've come out ahead as an A2 member, and you've dropped down that cumulative difference. Let's go farther and say that your 2 guys that recruited the 2 guys now went out there and recruited 2 guys of their own. Now, all of a sudden, if you look across this, you can see we're starting to earn some money here in the overrides on these agents far below us. And all of a sudden, we watch your A2 income dramatically get bigger than the brokerage, to the point where we've already reached the point where we've made up all the cumulative difference, and your A2 income is going to outperform your broker's income. Now I could go through month by month, and again, regardless of whether these are months or 2 or 3 months, it's not relevant. It's just the time frame. And if we see this continuing power of 2 out there, you recruited your 2 went out, recruited 2, they recruited 2, they recruited 2. All of a sudden, take a look at the numbers that are increasing inside of your agency here. Now, 2,046 is the maximum number you can get in 10 levels, so I kind of leveled off at that point in time. But look at what happens out here as we're a year into this. All of a sudden, we're looking at the fact that your monthly income coming from the A2 program is in the area of $85,000 compared to your $500 of being a broker. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to go out there and make that kind of money, okay? But let's say it only hits half of that. You know, if it had 40 grand a month, oh, let's face it, let's go half of that, 20 grand a month. Let's go half of that, $10,000 a month. You know what? If you were making $10,000 a month extra coming out of an A2 program like this, you'd love it, wouldn't you? I mean, I don't care who you are, 10,000 bucks a month's a lot of money. To a normal person out there, if you could make an extra $1,000 or $2,000 a month, wouldn't that be a great additional reason to take a look at A2? Especially considering there's no risk. Doesn't cost you anything to get in. There's no monthly ongoing cost. All you're committing to is going out there and referring 2 agents to come into the A2 program and sell the product that you yourself joined the program for. It's a great product, let's face it. If you're in long-term care insurance today, you can't afford not to have this product. You refer any long-term care agent, they're going to love you. I don't care what kind of agent you are. If you're a P&C agent, a life agent, you're going to run into clients who can't get long-term care insurance, and you can offer them this alternative, which is an alternative that they're going to like. If you can go out there and just get 2 agents to come to this site and watch the same videos you're watching, you know what? Getting 2 agents isn't that tough. If you look at the math, it makes sense to think strongly about becoming an A2 member. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and I hope that you find that A2 might be a program that you'd enjoy being in. Thank you.